Disney's really, really, really failing at the box office. I mean, this is a year of just massive losses for the company. After they went and decided, hey, we're going to go all in on the woke agenda just to spite Governor DeSantis in Florida, you saw that the writing was really going to be on the wall, that normal people were going to tune out of the Marvel movies, the Star Wars shows, Disney films at this point. The only thing that's keeping them alive is the theme parks. And the theme parks are creepy, by the way. They have trans princesses walking around trying to put your kids in their lap at this point. I would definitely veer away from these if I were a family person, and I am, so I'm going to. So this is the agenda at the end of the day. They say it mask off all the time, that they want kids to see this. They want kids to think it's cool. And this is exactly what they're trying to do. But it's failing at the box office in tremendous levels. We already know that The Marvels is the worst performing movie in MCU history. They destroyed it. They actually wanted to push further. I made a video on this the other day, making Captain Marvel gay with Valkyrie from Thor. But they cut that out at the last minute. But they're doing weird stuff in all of their movies. And of course, the box office is hitting the way that it's going to hit. Get woke, go broke every single time. Now, guys, my name's John Delarose. Please subscribe to the channel. About 50% of the people who watch this channel regularly are not subscribed, and I would love to have you join our community. We have a lot of fun here, and of course, we report all the best pop culture entertainment news with a little bit of focus on comics, because I write comics and I also write novels. So please check things out. Join us. I appreciate you guys for being there. All right, here's the news of the day. The Thanksgiving box office. Hunger Games pulls ahead of Disney's Wish. Now, this is interesting. So Disney's releasing this holiday princess film that's going to be their new Frozen, right? And the Hunger Games, in its week 2, just takes it out. Now, I predicted that this was going to happen with the Marvels, that the Hunger Games was just going to take the wind out of the sails of the Marvels. Now, the Marvels didn't only have the worst box office opening in weekend, but the next weekend when the Hunger Games came out and had that strong female lead element that they're going for, but it wasn't a boys' property like a Marvel film, the women went and saw that instead of seeing the Marvels. Nobody wanted to see that crap. And so it was what it was. It had the biggest drop-off in history after the worst opening weekend in history. But now the Hunger Games is continuing along. And with this, with a Disney like cartoon falling to it and not being able to hit that top spot, with the Hunger Games maintaining it, is absolutely crazy to look at. So here's the box office right here. Lionsgate Young Adult Drama, which is the Hunger Games, drummed up another $11.4 million on Friday, adding to $13.2 million on Wednesday and Thursday going into it. So it's got a 40% drop off over the first week, which is about standard for a film. And it's looking like it's doing okay. It looks like domestically it's going to have about 100 million after the first weekend here, which is interesting. Now here it is. Disney's Wish fallen behind in projections. We're going to get to why in a second. It was pegged to open at the top of the box office, of course. It took in 7.9 million on Friday and to a domestic tally of 20 million as of this recording. That's not going to top the Hunger Games. Head and shoulders above that last animated outing, Strange World, which nobody saw last Thanksgiving because it was terrible. But this is an underwhelming show for Disney, which dominated November holiday only a few years ago with Ralph Breaks the Internet, Frozen 2, and Coco. And here's the big deal with this. If they're bringing in 20, 30 million over the weekend, my friends, Wish carries a hefty $200 million budget. All these films end up 200 million or above. And when you have these kind of openings like you do with the Wish and with the Marvels, losses are coming in. It's going to be a disaster for them once more. They really hoped that like Easter eggs from all the other Disney movies in this would help it. But the problem they have is it's another woke nightmare. So I looked into this film, and of course, the main villain is a white male who's just a narcissist and thinks he's the boss and thinks he's the best when he's really not. And this stunning and brave black girl who's his apprentice, not even like a real princess at this point, she just shows up on her own merit because she's a black girl, is just better than him in every regard, and she's going to save the kingdom from his narcissism. It's really ridiculous. They, of course, make a whole cast of characters. This is like supposed to be some kingdom fantasy. This doesn't make sense. When you have this, like, where does the black girl come from? There's another, like, black character just like in the background. Like, where are all these diverse people go? Why is there an Asian person in here? Why is this happening? Like in a small kingdom where they don't have like air travel or anything like that. It doesn't make any sense. But regardless, that's exactly what they went with it. And the actress they cast is no good also. If you listen to the trailer and all that, which you can't play these days because Disney, of course, DMCA's everybody. You used to be able to, by the way, on YouTube. You used to be able to play the trailers. You used to be able to like comment on them. Disney was pretty good about it. But then they got nervous because all of their movies had these woke castings and things like that. And so they didn't want people to be able to talk about them ahead of time. And so they're trying to, of course, stall that out and hurt people who want to show this. But if you listen to it, they put some songs in the trailer also. And it's clear this girl does not have the singing chops to be able to like carry a Disney film. She doesn't have that like Elsa singing voice or whatever that made that one popular. So this is just like a bastardization of Disney. They try to shove as much as they can into it with references to distract from the fact that it's a strong black female lead, to put a chick in it and make it gay again every single time with every single film. And so people are sick of seeing that. It doesn't make sense. They're not really doing anything plot-wise which makes sense with it. And they're just rehashing, of course, their old princess plots, trying to hope that this works with somebody who's not a princess. She's an apprentice because, feminism. Yay. So that's what they got with it. And of course, nobody wants to see it, is what it is. Couldn't happen to a nicer company. Disney's dying, and of course, we're having fun with it as we're watching it spiral. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.